We're a nation of more than 300 million Americans. Of these, less than 1% wear the uniform of our armed forces. Of these, just a small fraction serve in our special operations forces. Among those who train to become a SEAL, only a select few emerge and earn the right to wear that golden trident. And consider this, in the entire history of the Navy SEALs, just 5 have been awarded the Medal of Honor. Their names have become legend. Norris, Carey, Thornton, Murphy, Mansour, and now a 6th, Byers. Our Special Operator Forces, folks like Ed Byers. They're carefully selected for their character, their integrity, and their judgment. They are highly trained with skills honed by years of experience. And they willingly volunteer for missions of extraordinary risk like this one. In these hard years since 9/11, our nation has called on this community like never before. Small in number, they have borne an extraordinarily heavy load. But they continue to volunteer, mission after mission, year after year. Many of the operational details of his mission remain classified. Many of his teammates cannot be mentioned, and this is as it should be. Their success demands secrecy, and that secrecy saves lives. In Afghanistan, an American doctor, a husband and father of 4 children who was working to bring health care to the Afghan people, was driving down a rural road. Gunmen surrounded his car and took him hostage. Whenever Americans are taken hostage in the world, we move heaven and earth to bring them home safe. From a remote forward operating base, Ed and his joint team geared up, boarded their helos, and launched. Once on the ground, they moved under the cover of darkness on that cold December night, through the mountains, down rocky trails for hours. They found their target and moved in quickly and quietly. Then, when they were less than 100 feet from the building, a guard came out and the bullets started flying. Our SEALs rushed to the doorway, which was covered by a layer of blankets. Ed started ripping them down, exposing himself to enemy fire. A teammate, the lead assaulter, pushed in and was hit. Fully aware of the danger, Ed moved in next. An enemy guard aimed his rifle right at him. Ed fired. Someone moved across the floor. Perhaps the hostage, perhaps another guard lunging for a weapon. The struggle was hand to hand. Ed straddled him, pinning him down. Ed adjusted his night vision goggles. Things came into focus and he was on top of a guard. The American hostage later described the scene. The dark room suddenly filled with men and the sound of exploding gunfire. Narrow beams of light shot in every direction. Voices called out his name. He answered, "I'm right here." Hearing English, Ed leapt across the room and threw himself on the hostage, using his own body to shield him from the bullets. Another enemy fighter appeared, and with his body, Ed kept shielding the hostage. With his bare hands, Ed pinned the fighter to the wall and held him until his teammates took action. It was over almost as soon as it began. In just minutes, by going after those guards, Ed saved the lives of several teammates and that hostage. "You're safe," the SEALs told the doctor. "You are with American forces." And that hostage came home to be reunited with his wife and his children. Now, success came with a price. That first SEAL through the door, Ed's friend Nick, was grievously wounded. Ed is a medic, so on the helo out, he stayed with Nick, helping to perform CPR the entire flight, 40 minutes long. Today we salute Chief Petty Officer Nicholas Check.
The President of the United States, in the name of the Congress, takes pleasure in presenting the Medal of Honor to Chief Special Warfare Operator Edward C. Byers Jr., United States Navy, for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty as a hostage rescue force team member in Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom on 8 to 9 December 2012. By his undaunted courage, intrepid fighting spirit, and unwavering devotion to duty in the face of near certain death, Chief Petty Officer Byers reflected great credit upon himself and upheld the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service.